This is just the start of our big garden change. Hey guys, I'm Robin from West Coast Gardener. I'm a gardener and a budding homesteader, and I make videos to connect and to teach so that we can all enjoy gardening and the abundance and peace that it brings as a community. So I'm finally announcing my big garden change, and to celebrate, there's going to be a giveaway, so stay tuned for the details on that. So a little bit about me before we go on, because I do have some new subscribers. So I've been a gardener for over a dozen years, and that's not counting playing around as a child. And the thing I love the most about gardening is just what a great stress reliever it is. I love harvesting the food, but to be honest, I have a busy job. I'm a registered nurse and I work in emergency nursing. My husband has a stressful job and we have 3 wonderful boys. Because I am busy doing all these other things, driving the kids around, trying to make sure the house is running well. I love my YouTube channel, and like I said, I have it to connect with other gardeners because I feel like gardening is such an awesome way to connect with nature, and I love how you plant a seed and a sprout comes up, turns into a stem, you get some amazing fruit from it, and you harvest that and you can eat it. It's just a magnificent, magnificent thing that I think not enough people take advantage of. So if you take advantage of that, I think that's awesome, and I love that you're here so we can connect more on that. So there are 3 parts to this big change. And number 1 is that we had to take some trees down. Now, I hate taking trees down, but the thing is, we did not have nearly enough sun in this garden right here. I planted radishes and cabbages in the spring, and they had tiny sprouts that were not doing much. And then finally, when it warmed up and the sun was actually above the trees, they bolted because it got really hot. So we did not end up with much radish. We got a bit of cabbage, but really that's pretty disappointing for your garden. And the summer garden wasn't doing great either. We had minimal squash, enough for basically 1 per plant, not counting the zucchini. And we had some tomatoes, but they didn't do great because they still didn't get much sun. We weren't exactly sure what the sun was going to do when we started this garden because it was early winter. And unfortunately, it's pretty gray where we live because we're on Vancouver Island and it's a really rainy place. So really had no idea where the sun went as far as in the sky behind the mountain that we live on. So we ended up taking some trees down, and check out some of these clips. So the second thing that we are doing is turning our front yard into our main vegetable garden. I'm so excited about this. We really didn't use the front lawn, and we had done some irrigation, which is why you can see those lines there. And we planted clover, micro clover, and it's doing pretty good considering summer's just coming to an end now. But we really were thinking it isn't utilized the way that a vegetable garden could really make the most of that yard. So what we're going to do is take this micro clover, skim it off, and put it on our side yard. And my husband has already prepared that and put it out there. Hopefully it transplants. We might make a video on that. And after we have that done, we're going to use some wood chips. We got a bunch of wood chips from when they took our trees down. We're going to make some more raised beds, take our current raised beds, put them over here, leaving the soil in the side yard. I'll get to that in a minute. We now have way more light now that we have taken down the trees. So I'm really excited for what an awesome year we can have. Of course, we'll have to build a fence because the deer in this area are insane. So we're going to connect the 2 yards, and hopefully we'll even get some ducks. So the third thing that we're going to be doing is making this our perennial fruit garden. With all of these vegetables gone, as we harvest them, we're going to be planting in more perennial fruits. We already have blueberries and strawberries and some raspberries. I'm actually going to plant more blueberries and some gooseberries and some currants and as many things as I can. I've planted honeyberries. It's going to be awesome. And I was inspired to do this by Vera Grutink, who had an awesome book that she wrote, and I loved it so much. I've also loved her YouTube channel, which is Grown to Cook, and she has a food forest with amazing things, and I was like, that would be so good in our side yard. And we could even string up some netting if we need to because of the birds. So I'm really excited for that. So for the giveaway, I have two amazing things. The first is Edible Paradise by Vera Grutink. Now, she inspired us to do the side perennial fruit garden, as I mentioned, and this book has wonderful things in it. It has awesome recipes, great information on permaculture, all around a great gardening book. Vera has a wealth of knowledge, and I went through this book in no time at all, and I look forward to reading it again. And the second thing is the seeding square, which is a great little device for properly spacing your crops for maximum yield. It also helps keep weeds at bay and is a really awesome tool to have in the garden. So these two things are in the giveaway. So how to enter the giveaway? Well, go to westcoastgardener.com. For an additional entry, you can head over to Instagram and look for the contest post and comment on that with following those instructions. And you can also subscribe to this channel and comment below. And in the description below, I'll also have the ways that you can enter. Now, to see how we did our microclover lawn, click this video. And to see how a kitten has seriously delayed our garden project, click this video. I hope to see you next time. Happy gardening.